I love those Jingle bells. Oh, those holiday Jingle bells.
Happy holidays, everyone. Greetings, shareholders, and welcome to the annual general meeting of Farnberger Corporation, otherwise known as Farnberger Corp.
For the new shareholders to the company, these sessions are where we go over the progress over the last year and discuss the Farnberger Corp's ability to add value based on our given mandate as dictated by you, the shareholders, and we will also project forward into the new year of what you can expect from Farnberger Corp.
And we're very excited this year to, for the first time ever, be holding it in the land of wizards, otherwise known as Oxford in the UK. And with that, I think we'll jump straight into our quarterly review. Come on.
Just wait. The first quarter started off with a trip to Palm Springs with one of the parent companies, Farnberger Corporation, where we had some very important meetings with the new up-and-coming talent within the corporation.
Now, this was followed by a major change in Farnberger Corp in March, when one of our major revenue streams, Robin Farnworth, decided it was time to retire from Engineers Without Borders after 6 years of very hard work. Robin was one of the key builders of Engineers Without Borders, which just celebrated its 10-year anniversary this year. 90% of all of the people working in Africa right now were trained by Robin, and Engineers Without Borders was extremely sad to see her go. Also in March, the Farnberger Corp hosted its third annual curling bonspiel in Toronto. In typical Farnberger competitive spirit, costume creativity and effort was at an all-time high. And the executives of Farnberger Corp are very pleased to announce that the Farnberger Corp team, Hack Swan, took first place in the tournament. We can now add a 5-pound gummy bear to the list of assets now owned by the company.
Now, in the practice of full transparency, we must disclose the unfortunate incident where one male member of the 2-2 team was caught fast asleep in the girls' bathroom and removed from the after party. The last major event of the quarter was the successful publicity and capital raising effort on behalf of Farnberger Corp's Ethical Ocean Division. Tony Hancock and David Damberger were presenting on Canadian national TV in front of over 2 million Canadian viewers after a fierce rejection from one of the dragons.
You guys are a stain on the face of capitalism. I'm out.
The company was able to secure a deal on the show.
Yes, I think we'd like to accept the offer.
All right. You think? Are you
We
sure?
would definitely accept the offer.
All right, you better be darn sure. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Love these guys.
Ethical Ocean, however, rejected the offer after the show, but under the leadership of Chad Hamry was able to leverage a deal and raise $500K in angel financing. Well done, Ethical Ocean. And now on to quarter two.
Q2 was relatively quiet for the first few months, with Robin taking a trip to visit the Farnworth parent corporation in BC, and also doing another research and development trip in New York. All was relatively quiet until one late night in May, 4 weeks before the merger of Farn and Berger, when the Farnberger Corp was faced by 3 significant events.
They were told that the venue they had chosen for their wedding would not be available, and they had to find a new one. There was an exciting opportunity to source rubber from Liberia for EWB's new ethical hockey pucks, which required a trip to Africa, leaving in the next 2 weeks. And they learned the very exciting news.
We were pregnant! Woo! Now, fortunately, the wedding venue got resolved. David was able to wrap up early from Rogers to be able to go to Liberia, and after much celebration of the pregnancy, risk management recommended Robin sit this Africa trip out.
This leads us to the major highlight of the year, the merger between Farn and Berger on June 18th up at Beaverfoot Lodge in the beautiful Rocky Mountains. The event was a huge success, with guests coming from around the world to enjoy a wild week of family, friends, chuck wagons, bonfires, 5 a.m. parties, and the celebration of the joint appointment of co-CEOs for the corporation. So many shareholders were there, not just attending a wedding, but contributing to what is certainly one of the peak moments of Farnberger Corp. The co-CEOs are incredibly grateful for all this demonstration of support and continued investment from all shareholders.
The strategic focus for the third quarter was international exploration with a focus on Asia, specifically China, Hong Kong, and Japan. Farnberger Corp improved its internal security by learning Kung Fu for a week in the Chinese Shaolin Temple, built their capacity by learning to cook Chinese food, and assessed many high-altitude lookout points. During an executive retreat in Japan, they escaped to nature as well as enjoyed sports, great food, and reconnecting with Robin's old home. The quarter ended with the corporation officially relocating our head office to Oxford, where one co-CEO will take a one-year master's in business program, while the other co-CEO will invest 100% in incubating new talent for the corporation.
The corporation spent the last few months settling into its new, beautiful location, spending a lot of time visiting colleges, churches, fields, which may or may not have been inhabited by wizards at some point in time. The R&D department is able to make trips to Mallorca, Spain, and Prague to increase their international business relations. The sports department for the corporation has been busier than it is over a decade, playing on the Oxford ice hockey team and rowing for the Green Templeton College in the Christchurch Regatta. The rest of the quarter was filled with attending debates, talks, museums, and the occasional class. A final surprise near the end of the quarter was when David's TEDx talk from Calgary on admitting failure in the NGO sector was published on the TED.com main website. Since then, it's been visited over 140,000 times and has garnered interest from National Geographic, Voice in America, and dozens of Twitter followers. Now, turning our attention forward to the next year, we're expecting some major changes in the corporation. In fact, nothing less than a full coup.
There is going to be a new CEO in the corporation, and existing leadership are going to be relegated to menial laborers. Overtime will certainly spike, and there's rumors of an energy crisis looming. Despite this, the current CEOs couldn't be looking forward to it more and couldn't be happier. Now, the rest of the year's plans are very difficult to predict and be entirely dependent on the vision and direction laid out by the new CEO. We're hoping for a summer business trip to Canada to consult with many of you, our shareholders, in person. The new CEO will certainly want to begin meaningful relationships with all of you.
And that's about it for this year's meeting. We're hoping that you, our cherished shareholders, are pleased with the returns you've gained on your investments in the Farnberger Corp over the last year. We also hope you're excited about continuing your investment for what is definitely going to be one of the most exciting years to date. And we wouldn't want to do it without you.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Those happy Jinglebells, I love those jingles.